All right, so I literally just got out of the theater, raced home in the pouring rain so I can get here to make this video review for the movie Sound of Freedom because it is that important, and that's exactly what it is. Not only is it a good movie, the movie's fantastic, but it is very important. The Sound of Freedom, starring Jim Caviezel. You might know Jim Caviezel. He played Jesus himself in The Passion of the Christ, a very outspoken Christian amongst the Hollywood actors nowadays. Jim Caviezel has kind of been typecast, kind of in other mainstream movies as a villain, and they kind of do this on purpose. Hollywood kind of does this on purpose when they have believers. They like putting believers in weird situations when, they're outspoken Christians. But Jim Caviezel plays Tim Ballard, and Tim Ballard is a Homeland Security agent who helps track down pedophiles in the United States. And what he does is he gets invested in finding these kids because one of his partners said, "Hey, we find these pedophiles, but what about the kids? How many kids have you found?" And I'm not going to get into all like the spoilers because I wouldn't really say this is a spoiler filled movie. I think guys kind of get the gist of what it is. It is a movie that brings awareness to the sex trafficking across all of the world, but especially in Central America and in North America as well. But Jim Caviezel winds up going on a special trip to help find and locate these kids, and winds up eventually quitting his job, making a team of his own, and making this a full mission. It's his life's mission. This is his passion, this guy Tim Ballard. The movie's fantastic, and what Tim Ballard does in the movie, he winds up helping this dad. It focuses on this dad and his two children, and Tim Ballard really, he sees himself in this dad, that he knows nothing about this guy. This guy speaks a different language than him, actually, but Tim Ballard is bilingual, and this movie very much has subtitles because a lot of the actors and people in this movie are speaking Spanish. But nonetheless, that's besides the point. Why this movie is so important is because not only does it bring awareness, it is getting shut down by the mainstream media as propaganda, as QAnon propaganda. The people that are shutting this down, the people on CNN and other mainstream news outlets that are condemning this movie, you can pinpoint it exactly that these people are the ones who are bought and paid for by the liberal industrial complex that is trying to brainwash pretty much the youth and society. So this movie is getting a lot of hate because or from the mainstream media, because they're trying to label it as this like right-wing extreme propaganda. Are you kidding me? Bringing awareness to sex slavery and human trafficking, something that we know is going on and has been going on and is only getting bigger and bigger and bigger. There was a statistic at the end of the movie that this is a $150 billion operation. This business, worldwide, human trafficking is. This movie is a little unsettling. It's hard to watch at some points. It doesn't go too far, but, I do kind of think it might be important if you do have children, if they can handle it, to bring them to this movie, because I think they need to be aware as well. That's how important and hard-hitting this movie is. And a lot of people are putting it up against Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and that is that movie had what, 300 or $400 million budget, and this movie had less than $15 million budget. It's currently got a 100% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes with over 5,000 verified ratings from viewers who have seen this movie. This movie is doing absolutely incredible, but it's not really to be. You can compare it to Indiana Jones because, you look at Disney and then you look at a smaller film like this, and then you look at the kind of cultural impact that this movie, The Sound of Freedom, is currently having here, especially in the United States. And I can speak about in terms of the United States because that is where I live. So, Sound of Freedom. At the end of the day, this movie is like a 8.9 out of 10, 9.1. It's a very good movie. I couldn't find anything that I disliked about this movie. It even has some humor. There's this one character in this movie that he partners up with who does have a little bit of humor, but this movie isn't supposed to be a comedy. This is a very dramatic, sad, heartfelt movie that gets you, that, you know, you get passionate while you are watching this movie, and Jim Caviezel does an outstanding job playing Tim Ballard. So the movie's great. It's fantastic. Go out and see it. Go out and see it by yourself. I saw it by myself. Go out and see it with your family, with your kids, with friends, whoever. It's a great movie. And also the production company, Angel Production, I think is what it is. They have on their website, if you cannot afford, or also you can give. So you can give and donate free tickets, and then people who might not be able to afford to see this movie can go to that website and they can receive free movie tickets to see the movie. So you can either pay it forward and donate tickets, or you can go to the website and you can get the tickets for free. And Jim Caviezel also sends out a very heartfelt message at the end of the movie, just thanking the audience and, you know, adding a little bit more of his 2 cents about the whole situation that is going on with human trafficking and around the world. So there you have it, guys. There's my thoughts on The Sound of Freedom. What did you guys think about this video? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Share with a friend who you think would enjoy it. Subscribe to this channel if you're new, and we'll talk to you again soon.